In the previous video, Puzzle Design Project Option 2, Part 1 for Grade 7, we talked about how to create your or scale the different pieces that we found in our document. In this video, I'm going to go through and talk about how to assemble them. So I'm going to come down to my assembly and insert my first piece. Now, the way I decided on what piece to insert is if I look at what they show me in this document, I see this piece that has a little F and has a square up top, and that's the piece I decided to bring in first, which is part 1. I'm going to click part 1 to lay that down, and I'm going to right click on it to fix it or pin it to my environment. Now, I'll be honest with you, when I did this my first time, it was extremely easy to get lost. So I'm going to show you how to get started, but I'm not going to go through the entire assembly for you. So I have that first part pinned, so I can't move that within my environment now. I'm going to go back to that diagram. What I can see is I have this top piece here. So I have 2 openings on the bottom, and I have, I don't know, 3, we'll call them pegs on the side. So as I go back to my assembly, I'm going to insert, and I'm going to locate that piece, and that is part 6. I'm going to bring part 6 in, green check mark to close out, and now I'm going to, I could use planar mates and constrain it on the X, Y, and Z axis. I found this project to work extremely well with fasten mates. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fasten this corner. Right there. I'm going to grab that corner, fasten it. And what I want to fasten it to is this corner here. There we go. I'm going to reorientate myself. What you're going to notice is I'm going to have to use my flip tool here to reposition that. So if I can look back to my cube, I can see that that piece is sitting in there nicely now. Clicking on my solve, and we can see how those 2 pieces match up from what we see here as we reorientate ourselves. So again, it's all about finding the right orientation to see that I have my large square here with this piece here. Next, what I'm going to look at is going back to this. I can see I have this little U here, and I have this piece right here that I can fix into that little F portion. So as I go to insert, I believe that is my part 2. Yep. I'm going to lay that part 2. And I have a couple ways that I can constrain this now. I think the easiest portion for myself is going to be constraining this to our what looks like an F here. Again, I'm going to go to my fasten mate. I'm going to choose this top point, and that needs to line up with my top or the bottom point here. Again, I'm going to gain perspective on this, and I'm going to have to rotate my piece, green check mark, and you're going to see that so far I have my first 3 pieces constrained together. By looking at this image here, you are able to bring in your following pieces. That will be a challenge, but if you need help, please see me during office hours, and best of luck as